Okay, hi, thank you for joining us today as we introduce our 5th annual Pizza Pop and Power Tools. And I'm here with one of the sponsors, or some of the sponsors, of this program that's geared towards girls in the middle and high school in order to give them a hands-on experience with what we do in the construction trades. We've had this Pizza Pop and Power Tools, as I mentioned, for the last 5 years over at the GCA Trades Academy, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and more popular these days. But because of the constraints of our facility, we're only limited to hosting about 150 girls this year. The Pizza Pop and Power Tool event would be held on Saturday, October 31st from 9 o'clock in the morning till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And what we do is we have, first of all, a safety briefing on how to properly use and safe use of hand and power tools. And then we have many workshops in some of the different trade areas in our industry to include masonry, carpentry, plumbing, electrical, and heavy equipment operations. Last year's event, we had, for the first time, girls got the chance to sit behind a backhoe and actually operate the backhoe as well as doing a simulator. So there's a big difference between doing something on a simulator and then doing the actual thing. So that's the kind of things that we want to have these young ladies experience while they're at the Pizza Pop and Power Tools. And so I'm going to introduce you to Jessica Barrett. She owns a local plumbing company, Barrett Plumbing, and she's also the incoming president of the National Association of Women in Construction, who are also co-sponsors of this event, as well as Dr. Bert Johnston with the GCA Trades Academy.
Thank you. So this year we are going to participate on my behalf for the company Barrett Plumbing. We're sponsoring the plumbing portion of the event, and this year we're going to utilize a project that we like to have the girls do hands-on, and then they can take the product with them as a outward appearance of what they've done and what they spend their day on, and they utilize all the skills that they learn through the different workshops that we train them on in the beginning of the day. This year we're doing a desk organizer made out of PVC piping material, and we're also trying to incorporate the reuse and recycle with Peggy Denny from iRecycle. She's providing some of the materials, and we've got some donations for the bases. So what we've done over the years, we've done other projects. Last year was a picture frame. And the girls, it's a very good experience for the girls because a lot of them haven't been exposed to using power tools and safety. They're geared on safety, they're trained on safety, they're trained on electrical. It's a little bit of dabbling in each of the different specialties that go with construction, and there's a lot of different things that are incorporated in that particular day. And every year we've got girls that come in, and some of them are really handy with the tools, and some of them are naturals, and some of them are a little bit clumsy. But that's what we work to get them geared up, and we try to get them where they're comfortable to use those tools, and it empowers them to do what we try to train them to do. And if it's not just putting stuff up at the house, it can become a trade, and that's what we're gearing towards. And we've got a lot of, last year we had some shining stars, and some of these girls were just amazing. Like, they were just on it. They were drilling, and they were doing some really good work. So we've been able to, with James' help, we've been able to get a lot of girls, and we haven't even been able to address everybody that wants to come in. It's such a popular event, and the girls go home and they get to take it home, and then they get to put their own little personal touches on their particular creation for that particular day that we're doing. It's very important because women are underutilized in the construction industry, as everybody well knows, and women have they've got a lot of detail oriented, and we want to be able to bring them and expose them to what's out there in the construction trade. And I think Pizza Pop and Power Tools is one of the best programs that we've got to get young girls engaged in it actively and just not looking at it and reading it. They get to get their hands in it, and they get to get a short day's training. I mean, it's not real thorough, but it's thorough enough to get them intrigued and hopefully get them into that mindset where that might be something that they want to do in the future. So we've got a lot of good activities. We've got a lot of good sponsors this year, and the girls are going to have a good time again, I hope. And thank you, and we hope to see everybody there and all safe and happy to do their creations. And we also have, looking forward to some other stuff in the future. We've got scholarships that are available. NAWIC also has scholarships available for women only. So should the future come and they decide that they want to be a plumber, which would be nice, an electrician, you know, there's everything incorporated into construction. They wanna do masonry or carpentry and utilize some of the skills that they use, and there's scholarships that we try to, you know, bring women in and encourage them to get actively involved in construction and show them that women can do it, and we hope that that'll be one of our things this year. Thank you.
With the Trades Academy, we're excited about bringing women into the construction industry, but more important, getting young women, girls that were in high school, into the program and expose to what we're doing. We're glad to bring these women into the Trades Academy. Some of them have no opportunity to take a look at what we're doing in there, and what we're hoping is some of those individuals later on will enroll in the Trades Academy and become skilled craft laborers. We've got Disha over here. She's been with Pizza Pop and Power Tools for how many years?
2 years, and this will be my third.
This will be her third year. We've been doing this for now. This will be our 5th year as Pizza Pop and Power Tools, and we have several women, some young girls come back for more than once, and Disha's one of them. What we want to try to do here is show some of the things that you've learned there. Okay, we've got a power drill here and a piece of wood, and we're going to drill that drill in there. If I can just get the battery from the backpack over there, pop it in. And if I can get you to put on your safety gear. We stress a lot about the safety of the program. Teach the women, making sure that they have a proper PPEs on, protective equipment, so that what they do is correct. She's got her eye pros on, eye protection. She's got a hard hat on. And what she's going to do is, here's a power drill, and we've got a screw over there. We want you to go ahead and drill that screw in. Lefty also.
Yes.
Make sure it's vertical. Make sure you
Sorry.
hold it there, and then back to the tip up.
The helmet's falling.
Oh, it's good.
Lift that
Make it tight. Just it.
That better?
Yes.
Okay, make sure the tip fits in. And then 2 hands on the drill. Press down.
And then
Okay. Go take it back up. Now, not so hard on the drill. Okay, push down while you're pulling it up. Okay, push down. Okay, not too hard. Make sure it fits. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
we'll try my best.
James? Anything else you want to talk about the Pizza Pop and Power Tools?
Again, what we want to do is, besides educating some of these young girls in the middle and high school levels, is to give them the hands-on experience. And what you've witnessed here with Daisha, who's actually a veteran of the Pizza Pop and Power Tools, they've learned other things besides just the drills. They've also got to operate hand tools as well, utilizing the hammer and the saw, and then of course some of the power tools like the drill and also some of the other saws that we did last year. And you know, a lot of them leave with, you know, bright eyes and big smiles on their face because they never had an opportunity before to actually do the hands-on with some of these tools. And first question we ask them when they come to Pizza Pop and Power Tools is, how many of you have ever operated, you know, a power saw or a power drill or a handsaw or a hammer? And a lot of them don't really raise their hands. So we give them that experience, and they take it home with them, you know, and hopefully they'll keep coming back. But we want to let them know that there's an option for women out there. Not everybody is cut out for college, and so there's the other option of going into the trades. And because we are in the industry for construction, we were trying to encourage these young women to get into that industry and maybe use that as an option, or consider that an option in their future career. You know, again, college is not for everyone, and if they like to work with their hands especially, then this is probably the trade that you wanna be in. Jessica, you know, is a prime example of someone who owns a company. She's a tradesperson, professional tradesperson in plumbing, and so most of the instructors that are there, if they're available, are actually females who are already in the industry. So in some cases we have males, but again, we want to encourage more females, and the best type of instructor to have out there as examples of the trade are having female practitioners in the trade. This year we have a heavy equipment operator who so happens to be female, and that's going to add some value again to some of these girls that are going to be out there operating this backhoe that, you know, there's a female operator that does this professionally and makes money, good money doing it, and you can do the same thing. And so, you know, females, you know, the industry is no longer going to be a male-dominated occupation. We want women to get involved because we know they can do that type of work. It doesn't take brawn like it used to back in the old days. With technology now, there's user-friendly tools that, you know, anyone, even a small person, can actually handle and operate safely. And so we want to encourage more women to get into the construction industry. And this is one of the pathways and one of the events that we put on each year to get those people at least somewhat interested or get an idea of what we do with construction. But thank you all for coming. If you have any questions, you know, we're open to answer any questions you might have.